I'm here at the Jefferson Davis Birthplace Monument, and this is the sign out front. But the interesting thing to me is the shape of the monument. Now this place is fairly remote, almost as remote as like the Georgia Guidestones, but get a load of this. What do they have to commemorate the President of the Confederate States of America? An obelisk. Really, that's what they're going with? That's what they're going with. I didn't know, not while I was driving out here. I didn't, when I chose to go see what this Jefferson Davis monument was all about, I expected that it would be a statue or something, and I was going to stand by it and say, I guess this is one statue that the rioters didn't get around to tearing down. You know, the rioters that were the iconoclasts who were controlled from on high. But no, it's not. It's not a statue of the first and only president of the Confederate States of America. Instead, it is this structure, the obelisk. I'm walking closer now. Out here in the Tennessee countryside, I passed the sign many a time, on many a trip, and I'm on my way. I was on my way up to Wisconsin and thought about checking it out, but then I saw how far away it was from the freeway and decided I didn't really have time. I didn't really want to spare the time, but now on my way back I decided I would check it out, and well, here it is. Go back to it. I'm getting closer. Obelisk. I have to say, this is, well, I'm not going to say it's disappointing, because my ideals haven't been shattered or anything. Oh my God, it's tall. Holy heck, it's big. That's what all the ladies say to me, so bad joke, I know. But I mean, the obelisk that's what the obelisk is supposed to be, right? That's what it's supposed to represent. Wow. I'm getting some vertigo standing under it. Alright. So I think this place is usually open. It's Sunday morning. So let's see what they have to say here. Jefferson Davis, salute to Kentucky. Kentucky, my own, my native land. Well, I guess I'm still in Kentucky. I thought I was in Tennessee. God grant that peace and plenty may ever run throughout your borders. God grant that your sons and daughters may ever rise to illustrate the fame of their dead fathers, and that wherever the name of Kentucky is mentioned, every hand shall be lifted and every head bowed, for all that is grand, all that is glorious, all that is virtuous, all that is honorable and manly. All right, I like the quote. It's cool. It's a good quote. But I can't quite get over this obelisk thing. Why the obelisk? Jefferson Davis. It makes me think of Jefferson Davis Hogg, the old man who was the corrupt mayor of, was he the mayor? Hazard County? I don't know. And this is the monument they've got for the real Jefferson Davis. Jefferson Davis Monument. And there's, tells the contractor. There's a, I guess you can ride to the top of it. Like I said, I'm not here during working hours. Okay, I'm looking through the grating here at the sign inside. The past is dead. Let it bury its dead. Let's just let you, you can read it yourself. A speech made by Jefferson Davis at Mississippi City, Mississippi in 1866. Okay, so it's sort of a, this is after the war, and he's saying, let bygones be bygones and let us have peace. Makes sense. I mean, it's an impressive park. It's pretty, it's out in the countryside. Looks like over here we got the State Historic Site Museum. And they're not open right now, but man, why this Masonic symbolism? Why? Well, I mean, I guess it's not surprising. Again, I'm not going to say that my ideals have been crushed and shattered, but maybe those of you who are, you know, a little overly attached to the Confederacy, you know, I'm a Southern sympathizer myself. I'm not Southern. I was born in the South, but I would never call myself a Southerner. My stock is all out of Wisconsin. My dad's side, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My mom's side, a little town called Whitewater outside of Milwaukee. And before that, my mother's side is mostly Northern European, Scandinavian. My father's side, Italian and Polish. So all sectors of Europe are represented in this glorious specimen you see before you right now. I'm speaking of myself, not the obelisk, when I say that. Because I am fearfully made, unlike the obelisk, which is man-made. So I'm going to take a seat here on this bench and just complete my thoughts. You know, maybe I should have known. This is probably on the internet somewhere. There's probably there are probably YouTube videos about this monument site. But I have to say, when I was driving up, I did not expect to suddenly see this looming obelisk. You know, which is, of course, it's not just suggestive of Freemasonry. That it's plainly that's what it is. I've rarely talked about Freemasonry on this channel because, you know, I'd rather just have a better handle on the whole subject before talking about it. But it's interesting. It's interesting and sobering to see that here the president of what represented opposition to federal tyranny at the time. You know, that's one way of looking at the war between the states, or the Civil War. I know there are other interpretations as well. I'm not saying that it can be reduced to any one thing, but certainly the South stood for decentralization. It stood for anti-federalism, or for federalism, right? Because federalism was an advocacy that things be localized, ironically enough, I think, as it was initially written. Because wasn't Jefferson a Federalist and Hamilton? Or am I just talking out of an orifice now? I don't know. Maybe I am. In any case, I would say that it is sobering to become aware. And now I'm going to move over here and stand in the shadow of the monolith. I am in its shadow right now, literally. Let's turn and look at it one more time, shall we? I mean, that's a big old thing. I don't know. Is that like 100 feet tall, maybe? And this is the monument that was left behind. This represented. This was opposition to federal rule. This was opposition to the increasing, creeping tyranny of centralized, federalized rule by dictate. And this is how they choose to commemorate it. Let me get myself. There you go. One of these two things was fearfully made, and the other is man-made. So, anyway, let me just summarize my thoughts. I am impressed in a way, because this is an impressive monument, meaning that it leaves an impression on one. But I'm also sobered, because it is sobering to think that the same kind of symbolism adhered to both the North and the South, both to the Federalists and the so-called the supposed anti-Washingtonians, the so-called states' writers. Are they all ultimately on the same side? The side of the obelisk? The side of the erect granite penis crushing the sky? It's sobering. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what yours are. What do you think about this monument as a representation of the leader of the Confederacy? What does that, I don't know, what does that convey to you? What does that communicate to you? How do you respond? How do you respond to that? Please tell me your thoughts. Thanks for watching.